So here we go. Should be a good one. It's all offense all the time. Nice counter. A perfect counter shot. Neither fighter willing to slow down. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
It's so hot, so heated. There's a roof on here. You don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting under. You're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be a hellfire on here.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
Where did that come from? What a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you continue.
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new...
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Just misses with that uppercut. Good punch. That uppercut just missed. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Well, we knew this was going to happen. Some taunting. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Jab misses. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Let's get it started in round 3. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Defense is not an option for these two. these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Incredible work rate. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judges going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The stamina is off the charts. How about that time counter shot? Nope, that hook won't score. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. How about Alvarez in that last round? I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you. Here we go to the fourth round. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Can they figure out the combination to this sink?
Perfectly matched. Skills for skills, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Catch and shoot. A lot of effort being exerted here. Hook misses. Going to punch himself out, though. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. How about Alvarez in that last round? Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round. Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it?
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. Somehow weathered the storm.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Punch, counter punch. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. They both want the knockout. Nice counter shot. Just missed with that hook. Threw the uppercut, but did not score. And he scores with the counter. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. In that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
This is when you talk about championship.
On to the 6th round. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
What a punch. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good counter punch. Swing and a miss with that hook. I guess showboating is part of their plan. Blocks that jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym. Here comes round 7. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Beautiful counter shot. A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than that.
Tried to score with that hook, but missed. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have to quick burst, boom! In a split second they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way to a fight.
This round could go either way, 10 seconds to go. Alvarez in that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
It's when you talk.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
What are they doing that round? Are they trying to get an early round? That's a lot of energy first. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
The perfect counter lands. That big hook doesn't land. They got out of the way of that right hook. Good counter punching. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Whoa, Johnny! And it's lights out! That will do it! What a knockout win! Wow, let's take another look at that.
I've got to see that again.
So it's onward and